Асташей, Ленесил. Победу мне будет пустая играть.
Okay, let's begin. Man, I'm kinda tired, but I wanna play. You know those days. Actually, patch 6.5 actually came out with new main story quests, new dungeons, new raids, new trials. And yeah, gotta dive in again. I've been playing off stream for the past couple of weeks. So now is the perfect time to get in on stream. Final raid. It's gonna be the final raid of the trilogy about the gods, about the 12 gods. Okay. I'll probably begin with the raid itself, actually. Let's go to Mordona. Usually starts there. Yeah, finished leveling warrior. I'll be maining him until Dawnbreak, like what? Dawn Trail release. Then I plan to switch to that DPS melee spec, the new job. That looks like a pirate or something. The Heart of the Myth is the next chapter. We have to speak to our friend Derek, of course. Oh, imagine, just good of you to come, but I'm afraid there is still no word from Kryl and Graatia. They're working as fast as they can to compile the findings of our investigation, I shouldn't doubt. But between the Phantom Realm's aesthetic data and the monument's epigraph, they have much more to review. Now, while awaiting developments, I have a mind to pay Snowgiant a visit in the Omphalos. If you aren't otherwise occupied, you should come too. 100% he's gonna be the 13 god or whatever. 100%. Omphalos. It's been a while. It's been a while. So, yeah, as you can see, 4 flames are burning. All of the... Wait. Just checking. Test, test, test. Checking, checking. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Balance, balance. Balance, balance. Okay, it's balanced. Yeah, my mixer is fucked. And like left and right channel sometimes just fluctuates. You have to pan it manually from time to time. I gotta buy a new one, honestly. It's been 7 years, I don't know. Hardware over time deteriorates, especially audio. Especially a budget mixer that I've been running. Okay. She's been examining all those sigils this whole time, like for a month. If it isn't Mazen and Derek. But no Kryl or Ra, I see. Unfortunately, speaking of whom you would not prefer to be with them in Sherlin, you're a researcher too, after all. I find myself much more effective in the field. Being here gives me inspiration, you see, and of late I've been mulling over the opening words of the epigraph. As beings who endure by the will of the star, we are susceptible to the influence of hopes and prayers. Thus do we commit our yokes herein, lest we stray from our purpose. The suggestion that fate has shaped the nature of the 12 paints a truly intriguing picture. If truth be told, I was also hoping that I might speak with the gods again. But they haven't graced us since the time we solved the mystery of the monument. They only do so on exceptional occasions, it seems. Be that as it may, I believe there might be another way to see them. When we journeyed with the gods, Azema told me that each of them wished to speak with you in private. Can you imagine? If you were to call them before their heavens, I have a feeling they will answer. So won't you give it a try? And afterwards let us know what they said. I for once see no harm in it. But if you're disinclined, then do not feel pressured. It is entirely your decision. You now have an opportunity to speak with those of the 12 whom you have encountered thus far. To do so, call to them. Okay, got it. Each realm had like 3 gods, I believe. Привет, давно не заходила. Да, привет, Люми, как дела? Я играл в Cyberpunk, взял DLC, вот, продолжу. После FF-ки сейчас пройду патч, новый MSQ. Так далее, рейды здесь, и тогда вернусь. Потом, после Сайбера, думаю, опять в Балдур прыгнуть. Понятно. Нормально занят просто был. Ну да. This one only gives you the option to speak to Byrgod and Ral. This is like the first gods that we fought in this raid. Пока да, я его проапдейтил, но я, просто не знаю, не хватает мне на все время. Переключаться между кучей игр, я к нему вернусь просто попозже. В финалке видел, пишут, что можно всю игру пройти в соло. Да, они это изменили теперь. Все, получается, все данжи, все рейд-роялы можно проходить с АИ партии. Просто, да, такие игры, между ними постоянно переключаться, я решил, я поиграю в... Мне как-то и Cyberpunk, знаешь, как бы, так сказать, не надоел, и хочется играть, потому что он нормально работает по сравнению с тем, как у меня было это до этого на старой карте. И стало намного просто приятнее играть. Я хочу, по сути, пройти какие-то основные сюжеты, пройти DLC. Может быть, эту закончить DLC-шку, может пройти игру там на концовку по нам, не знаю. Подумаю, и пока тогда все, наверное. И вернусь тогда уже к Baldur's Gate и к Starfield, наверное. Да. Но я пафтрейсинг отключил, потому что этот Ray Reconstruction, он очень много пока что добавляет артефактов, дефектов, мыльца, гоустинга. Мне прям больно смотреть, неприятно. Я смотрел где-то же на 2К мониторах, как я понял, то же самое. Я на стримах видел те же проблемы. Мне кажется, только у тех, у кого 4К экраны, у тех минимум этих вот глюков. Ну, они это пофиксят, опять же, итерации, так же, как и с DLSS. Это пока что все только бета-тест. Madam, pleased am I that you should seek me out. I have wished to speak with you. Have you been dedicating yourself to crafting, I wonder? In my capacity as the builder, I watched your progress upon this path with keenest interest. The act of crafting embodies a spirit of improvement and advancement. It is my hope that you will strive ever forward and seize that which you most desire with your own hands. Я в последнее время подсел на ролики Digital Foundry, ничего не играл почти вечерами только. Да, я бывает во время рабочего перерыва или, да, под вечером. Под вечер тоже включаю какие-то. Но я обычно, я уже наверстал, я В принципе, их часто смотрел уже давным-давно. Так что обычно, как ролик только выходит, я уже его, ну, смотрю в течение того же дня. Мне нравится их... Джон Линнеман, по-моему, делает ролики как ретро-ревью, ретро-лукбэк, не знаю, как назвать, где он играет на специальном компьютере, собранном по компонентам того времени, играет в какой-то релиз и рассказывает о вот интересных фактах, о технологиях и как что. Или о разницах в версиях. Но раньше у них не было даже видеоряда, они раньше только делали озвучку видео. Последние пару лет они начали именно уже как подкаст и так далее, расширились. Угу. Вот я не помню, на каком разрешении мы с другом проходили. У него было 8800 GTX. Она, по-моему, работала что-то в 45 FPS. Но у него был, по-моему, CRT экран, если я не ошибаюсь. И на CRT-шке это было все плавнее, по-другому. Разрешение, конечно, там, наверное, да, было какое-то, не знаю. Какое-то могло быть разрешение тогда. Но игралось нормально, в принципе. Well, if it isn't the dauntless Majin, full glad am I that you would thus call to me. When you and yours investigated the origins of the Fist of Ral, you... What is this word? Posited? Posited some interesting theories? The connection between myself and the Sylph's divinity, in particular, you did well to draw that conclusion. Your inquiring minds have taken you far, child of man, and they will take you further still. Okay, wait. Is it like an optional? It's actually probably isn't optional, just you don't have to speak to them. Interesting. Ah, man, at last you've come. I was right to entrust you, your zealous scholar companion, with this message. Ever since our first meeting, I knew what I simply must see you again. There is something familiar about you. You awaken forgotten feelings in me. Feelings that once smoldered like embers amidst the ashes. Perhaps you resemble someone I knew long ago. Yet whatever the reason, your presence gives me comfort and warmth. May your light ever burn bright. Huh. Not all. He was the god of the underworld. Один товарищ сейчас так в Starfield играл на своем 1060 и еще на HDD, на диске. Он еще все время думал, почему в игре звук иногда пропадает. Охренеть. Imagine, we bid you welcome. Know that now we appear to be two beings, a dual aspected divinity. It was not always so. Man's hopes harbor power. It was his fate offered over millennia that shaped us into our present form. In answer to your fate, we, the traders, shall watch over mankind as the as he strives for that which he desires. Two things left. 4 gods to speak to, and then we can continue. Or might be more, actually 3 here. Why, if it isn't Majin, you wish to speak to you? Tell me, have you ever met an elemental? Many hold that they were born of me, and as I mentioned, they are the voice of those who abide in the Tweleswood. At times they may seem excessive in their actions, but it is out of an abundance of love. So pray be good to them, and heed their warnings. It sounds like a farewell message. A little bit of wisdom. I wonder, will they show their own, will they show their true forms as the 12 followers of Hydaelyn, the ancient ones? Imagine, is it? I must say, there is something to be said for being summoned by a mortal. The life of a man is but a drop in the great river of time. Thus are you and yours wont to rush ahead, not wasting a single moment. Be that as it may, certain sights will only come into view if one stops to look, so be not afraid to pass the time in ways which at first may not seem fruitful. Should you dare to do so, you may well be visited by an eye-opening experience, such as the richness of time. Понятно. Я как-то не хочу в Lies of P даже. Посмотрел стримы и так не хочется. Oh wait, wrong one. That was the wrong one. Nimeria, or Nemea, or Nymea. Из Souls-лайков я подожду, наверное, Elden Ring DLC. Well now, if it isn't my dear Majin, how good of you to call me. She reminds me of a priest from WoW, you know? The silhouette. I'm sorry if I gave you a shock by joining my brother in battle, but I couldn't help myself. We've always done everything together, he and I. А, Lords of the Fallen 2 выходит, точно. Он выглядел намного проработанней, так сказать, он выглядел более проработанный, чем первая часть. И похожая механика, где ты, как я понимаю, просто весь сет одежды меняешь, как в Mortal Shell было. По-моему, что-то такое будет. Типа как броня связана со стилем боя. Such a joy it was to face you and yours. You displayed the self-same determination that allowed you to defy fate. And it was one surprise after another. And the last group of gods, and then we're gonna fight the last 3, I believe. There should be 3 left. The Ice Gate, Helon and Menfina. Helon looked awesome. She's like a She looks like a boss from Elden Ring or something like from Dark Souls. Look at her, man. And the arena where you fought her, it was just marvelous. How bold you are to summon me. It is no less than I expect from you. In recognition of your valor and deeds, I offer a word of counsel. Well do I know the power of man's hope, of mortal faith, and there is no faith that I reject. Yet in every age there are those who invoke the name of the divine for their own ends. Be not misled by them. Yeah, that's true. There's always some fucking asshole who's using faith for his own gains. There's no end to them. What a delightful surprise. You wished to see me, did you? Your beautiful and benevolent patron? I'm truly grateful that we can talk like this. As you know, I'm the goddess of love, yet that obviously doesn't mean I have a monopoly on love. For instance, my brethren love mankind with all their hearts, just like me. And whether or not Oshon is my beloved as mortals believe, I have more than enough room in my heart for everyone, be it man or gods. I love you all alike. And needless to say, I love my adorable Dalamut too, whom you and yours gifted to me. Oh, she's probably talking about the dog, the wolf. I was thinking about the Dalamut, the dragon. Alright, let's speak to Derek and continue. It's time to begin the raid. It's time to begin. Интересно, было бы DLC к Elden Ring поиграть, но игра такая огромная, не знаю, стоит ли заново проходить. А я думаю, и можно будет просто с того же сейва, если ты игру прошел, прийти в локацию и продолжить DLC. Я New Game Plus не начинал на своем сейве, так что я думаю, я смогу просто начать дальше. Still no sign of them. I just literally talked to them a minute ago. What do you mean? Derek, open your eyes. Ah, there is something I've been meaning to ask you. Мне интересно, что Blizzard покажет на BlizzCon. Неужели они покажут WoW Classic или survival игру, которую очень долго пекли? As an adventurer, you are better traveled than most. Of the places you have seen, what kind do you like best? That's a good question, actually. Probably I probably enjoy quiet places where I can enjoy solitude. Is that so? Well, do I understand it? The desire to have a place for all your own, where you might be with your own thoughts. I myself am partial to wandering yours there. So rich in ether, this land, and possessed of so many aspects. It was when I was traveling through the Dwellswood that I encountered this fellow. I knew not how he came to be injured and alone, but I couldn't turn a blind eye. He has long since recovered, and I probably should have returned him to his forest home. But when I see him here, undaunted in the presence of gods, I can help but feel it was fate that delivered him to me. Still, the day will come when we must go our separate ways. They're finally here. Everyone! Oh, there's Gra. There's Kryl. Welcome back. How fared your work? It took longer than we anticipated, but we managed to compile our findings. And thence deliberated a course of action. Indeed. Hereon, we would do well to tread with caution. The waveforms we recovered with the etheric analyzer revealed an unsettling occurrence. In the course of fighting us, the gods expended a tremendous amount of their ether, so much so as to dilute their very essence. Just you worry, you've done no wrong, Legend. The gods themselves wish to fight, after all. That being said, we should avoid engaging in further battle until we learn more about their true objective. To that end, we will seek out the 13 unnamed being, whose duty is to watch unflinching. If Raha is correct, and we have no reason to believe otherwise, said being is the Watcher on the moon. I think they're wrong. I think Derek is the Watcher, actually. You'll be pleased to know I've already acquired permission to use the Tower of Babel from the Ilsebard contingent, to oversee the structure of the Garlean People's League. Were we really going there? To the moon? I wonder what the Watcher is like. If there are no other matters, then let us set forth at once. I don't think it's gonna be the Watcher, it's probably Derek. Just makes more sense. If you still wish to speak with the gods, best to seek them out now. They may not be there later. I already done that. Let's get to the moon. Man, I love the soundtrack here. It's probably my favorite soundtrack from Endwalker expansion. And one of the best in the game for me, for sure. Like the whole vibe here. So good, man. You can definitely spot where is the place where people are doing the quest. Greetings, Highlands Champion. You are ever welcome here, as are your companions. It is a pleasure to meet you, Watcher. We come hoping that you would answer some questions for us, questioning about Hydaelyn. We have deciphered the monument at the heart of the Phantom Realm. In addition to the names and duties of the 12, it speaks of one who is unnamed, who shall watch unflinching. Are we correct in assuming that that individual is you? The 12 have existed for eras. If you know aught about them, will you not share your knowledge with us? They have a desire which they claim can only be fulfilled through battle with mankind. We wish to understand what that is. Please. So man has managed to come this far. Very well, you have earned the right to know. Remember, however, that I am but a creation. Though I have been imbued with some memories of the past, they are far from complete. First of all, I am indeed the unnamed being the monument describes. An entity created by Hydaelyn to serve a purpose alongside the 12. Together they were charged with preserving equilibrium on a sundered and unstable star. Like myself, they were given shape from people who once existed. And like myself, they believed that the world should be entrusted to the new life that had emerged. So basically they were like completely opposite to the Ascians. While I do not possess detailed memories of that time, Venat selected those who she seemed best suited to their respective duties. That would explain why 12 appear to have personalities like mortals. The man and woman they once were influenced their personalities, yes, but so too did the faith of mortals. Knowingly or no, when men pray, they will the object of their worship to assume a form that can better grant them their heart desire. In this manner have the 12 been shaped over eons into images that fit men's ideals. So you were right, Raha. Hopes and prayers have the power to influence the gods. Yet even as these thus changed, at Vena's behest, they would have refrained from intervening in mortal affairs. As a result, there will have been times when they acted in ways that are contrary to your expectations. But now that Hydaelyn is no more, and the final days averted, the 12 have arrived at the decision regarding their fate all their own. It is not for me to reveal the truth of their desire. I can, however, guarantee that it will not visit harm upon mankind. Nay, far from it. Well, I for one never felt that the gods meant us ill. To have your guarantee as well, we couldn't possibly doubt them anymore. It is most assuring to confirm the connection between you and the 12. With this, we may proceed on our quest with easier hearts. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. We shall return to the Omphalos and continue engaging with your brethren. That is well. As I watch on, I shall pray that the tale comes to a happy conclusion for gods and men alike. May your journey be fulfilling. Back to Omphalos. This should unlock probably the raid now. The next one. Something's amiss. The gods' avatars are nowhere to be seen. That's because our preparations are complete. Wait, who is this? Those are probably the last two. Huh. Audacious woman. Ah, I waited so bloody long for this moment. Shh. Lane, are such uncouth words the first you would speak on to our guests? I'll leave off, Taliak. Oh, it's Taliak. You can't tell me you're not as excited as I am. I would be the first to admit my joy, but on such a momentous occasion, I would act with due propriety. Well met, children of man. 'Tis our understanding that you have spoken with the Watcher and ascertained our true nature. Indeed, we were created by Hydaelyn to tend the star. So they are like primals, like in a way they are primals. But proper primals, that aren't batshit crazy and want to just consume ether from the people and the land. Born from the 12 followers, they were imbued with their personalities plus the prayers of man. Having built the Omphalos at its heart and our sanctums throughout Ether Reach Eorzea, we labored to preserve the balance of reality. All of this we have learned, but there is still one thing we do not understand. Our analysis of the Phantom Realm revealed that you and yours dilute your very selves by fighting us. Would this not impede your ability to carry out your duties? We appreciate your concern, but you needn't worry. As I said, Derek is the last god. He's the Oshon or whatever his name was. I knew it. You were him all along. Here's Oshon. The god that actually invited us here. Likewise, I knew that you harbored suspicion as to my true identity. While my brethren used various creatures as their avatars, I chose the form of a man, the better to share in your solitude. And it fell to me. His god form looks like him, basically. Not much has changed. The Wanderer to beckon on to the Omphalos, they could grant our wish. What? How could you hide such a thing from us? Had you known my true identity and our purpose, we feared that you would refuse to fight us. But our fears were unfounded. You've heeded our request and despite the hardships endeavored to grant it. Opopo is still clueless. Forgive me, Majin, but I must leave the little fellow in your care. In the innermost part of our realm, we shall reveal the truth in its entirety. Await your coming with bated breath. This is our grandest moment, mortal. Gird your loins and have at us. I shall receive you with my all. Be as raging torrent, child of man. Okay. Okay. Let's kick their asses. Oh man, he's sad. Don't worry, I have a whole island to you. You're gonna live there happily ever after. Gonna actually fit there nicely. It's tropical jungle. I don't blame Derek for hiding the truth. It's not easy things to say that you're actually a god. In his wanderings, I can help but wonder what Derek thought and felt. He'll probably explain after we beat him. So Derek is the Wanderer, the deity who shares in man's solitude. And in order to beckon us to the Phantom Realm, he posed as an explorer, and solicited the aid of the sons of the Saint Koina. In spite of this, I do not feel as though I've been deceived, nor do I harbor any resentment. Rather, I simply feel sad. I understand. 'Tis as if a dear friend were suddenly spirited far away. In hindsight, perhaps it was an expectation of the coming battle that he had kept man at arm's length. I imagine it must be even harder for you. But to know that one of the 12 walked among us, makes me want to do the best we can by them. Aye, since time immemorial, the 12 have watched over all who abide on this star. And even as they fulfill their purpose of maintaining stability, as beings possessed of sentience, they also heated the hearts of men. My son is crying about the car again. Oh man. And I believe we all know what comes next. Duty time! "45 minutes, okay. By all indications, this will be the final foray into the God's Sanctum. This task will entrust to you and your adventurer friends once more, imagine. As there's no telling what may happen afterwards, I shall remain on guard here. Twice now you have triumphed, and I have faith that you will do so yet again. Go well." Talia? Average time 30 minutes, seriously? No way, dude. Everyone already probably made it, like... Damn it. Maybe through the party finder. Strange. Well, this one is almost ready. I could go as Reaper. But my gear score is low. Yeah, it's a bit low. Then update my gear. Okay, let's go. Man, I wanted to go as a warrior, but alright. It's been a hot minute since I've played Reaper. Okay, gotta remember what the fuck I have to do. Hell yeah. This looks like, you know, a cup filled with feather. Huh. Maybe it is.
Come, mortals. Make your way through our watery sanctum. Let us see how you fare against my servants.
Atticus Rhodes, hello. Yeah, YouTube, I guess YouTube works like that.
Only to be expected for they who vanquished my pupil Beauregard. It shall be my pleasure to welcome you personally.
Yeah, very beautiful locale. Talik is the first that will fight.
I have looked forward to this moment, children of man. The scholar shall measure your depth of knowledge. change at my behest. Not all knowledge is wisdom. At what answer will you arrive, I wonder? Of ignorance be cleansed! Join me in deepest knowledge. Let flow the waters of your mind.
I have no idea what to fucking do here.
Seek new perspectives, and you shall find new paths. Small wonder the others have exalted so. O waters purifying, reveal their nature! Tis time for a test. Share with me your ruminations.
Whoops.
Not all answers can be obtained through might. Prove to me the wisdom of man. Let us enlighten one another. Well done, wise children. Well done.
Smooth sailing so far, I see. Come then.
Oh, they give 650 gear here. Awesome.
Have you got the stones to face the navigator? Come on, don't keep me waiting. Let me prepare a
Get that, I
suitable
want something.
stage for our union.
For a change. Oh, it looks like the Maelstrom from WoW. Oh, cool. Oh, this part, I remember it in the trailer. It's so awesome. That there's gonna be like waves hitting us from inside of this whirlpool or whatever this is, like. Lem Lane.
I'll teach you the ways of navigation. Mine are the waves and the winds. Can you contend with she who rules the tides? My trident parts the very sea. You must make an ally of the wind. Rise above the white caps. Ah, you don't disappoint. Like the stormy seas, I'm a harsh mistress. Race for the storm! I trust you don't mind if they play too. Come, Pericles, Valios. Join us in the excitement.
Oh. Boop, 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 boop.
Dance upon the waves. That's the way, my clever serpents. Feel the might of the navigator! pets. Don't be shy. Boundless as the oceans. Swim free, my pet. You can surely do better than that. You're bloody brilliant, you are! Brace for the storm! To seek new horizons, you must come together as one. It falls to you and yours to navigate the seas ahead.
After all this time, it feels strange calling to you thus. Not long now,
Tropical.
till our journey together must end. I am the last of us to face you. Strong are they who roam. Stand firm amidst the storm.
I'm dying! I'm dying! I'm dead. No? I'm surprised. I feel like this raid is less punishing.
Wind, guide my arrow! My bowstring sings. can overcome this. I know you can. Arise! By fighting you, that strength shall be returned to the star.
Ah, so they dilute their essence to return the ether to the star itself.
Grant us our heart's desire. Stay not your steps. Those who hesitate are lost. Behold the Wanderer's arrow. I'm glad that it was you who came to us. Here our journey ends. Blessings be upon you on the road ahead. May the wind ever be at your back. Yes, mankind has indeed grown strong. When this battle is over, the sweet sorrow of parting. I beg you, stay the course to the end.
Alright, that was it. That was it. Or maybe not. Wait. 4 out of 6. There's more.
You're back. The Omnivulus. It's suddenly transformed. Servants? What's the meaning of this? Those ones, I leave to you.
It seems we're being summoned. Go, my friend. I will stay here with the others.
Wow. We're gonna fight them all together?
The will of the star has entrusted the future to you and yours. As entities charged with ensuring life on Aetheris, we rejoice in this outcome with all our hearts.
The 12th. Eulogia. Oh. All of them combined in one day.
Beloved children, time to bid farewell to we relics of the past.
Ready?
Come, children, fulfill our final wish. See every last motorist returns to the star.
Ugh.
Receive our love and transcend it. Blessings be upon the Theris. Twas your faith that gave rise to this radiance. Shine like the stars on high. Mercy be upon our beloved children.
Ah.
In wisdom lies strength. In unity lies resilience.
Ah, she's just using all of the mechanics from older fights.
Not a single note of strength shall we hold back. The only way is forward. Overcome our final test. Thank you.
So I guess we just release them from their duty by this act. Actually, pretty clean looking gear. Imagine, are you alright? Thanks for clearing the way. That being, I presume, is the 12th. You have done well, children of man. As promised, we shall reveal the truth in its entirety. I wish this side was just like the last quest that you do of them would be voiced. Would be kinda cool. Our desire is simply thus, to give ourselves unto the star as a blessing. In the 12th millennia we have existed, we have come to harbor tremendous power through prayers. Through battle, our essence shall unravel and return to the star, where it might give rise to a new life. Such is our final gift to you. Well, basically what the ancients were doing anyways back in the old times. They were, all of them, almost all of them were just, after completing their duty, they would willingly return to the star, basically die. I wonder what people will do now. Not everyone will know about the gods disappearing, but they will probably just continue praying. Yes, the fragments of our former souls, which serve as the core of our existence, shall rejoin the life stream. Yet, though we may fade from sight, our individuality lost, our stabilizing influence shall endure. The only thing to change is where your prayers find their way. Henceforth it shall be this: the instrument of blessing that receives of mortal hopes, hopes that shall be given back to the star. Ah, so they created a machine that will accumulate the ether from the prayers back into the land. Smart. But your presence brings comfort to mankind. Everyone would wish for you to remain, unless you truly fade away. Such gladdening things you say, child. We must confess, what we do, we also do for ourselves. So it's a bit of like a selfish situation here. When mankind overcame the final days, it so moved us that even we who are but constructs knew the greatest joy. You have shown your unflattering love for the world. In return, we would show our undying love for you. Why not? Myths are wont to be woven and passed down. So long as men hold the 12 in fondness, we shall live on in your faith in us. The moment of parting is come. By our blessing, may you march towards a brighter future. Another thread is closed. Farewell, beloved children. The other sea. When you are ready, brothers and sisters, may the font of your ingenuity ever flow. First to go, the first one that we actually met. Yours is the strength to destroy all obstacles. Abide in virtue and hold fast to the truth. There is meaning in your deeds. Celebrate life and embrace death. Like the passing wisdoms. May you flourish and reap a bountiful harvest. In your limited time, have boundless compassion. Carry yourself with honor and forge on towards victory. Harbor love in your heart for yourself, for others, and for the world. From past to future, the river of knowledge flows. Be part of its nourishing waters. May a wonderful new world greet you beyond destiny's horizon. Be calm as the ocean, and you shall weather any storm. What Ocean will tell us? Seek great adventure? As the wind blows unfeathered, may you be free to follow your heart. Okay. Okay. You needn't agonize so, Ocean. Wait, what? You won't remain with them if that be your desire. Oh! But this is what we've dreamed of, to return to the start together. I never imagined that I would grow so fond of them. That parting would be so hard. What? He's gonna stay? Long as we have abided in patience to rejoin the life stream. For the drop in the river of time that is man's fleeting life. Why not share your fate with them? Become immortal? Just live through a life and return to the start that way. Follow your heart as you ever have. And when the time comes, we shall meet again. Interesting. Okay. Didn't expect that to happen. I have decided to continue journeying a while longer. Yeah, I imagined something like this would happen. It cannot have been easy for Derek to break with his decision. I should like to hear what went through his mind. That I'm still here. I can scarce believe it myself. He's back. He's really back. He's probably #1 fan of his. Words can well express my surprise when I open my eyes to see Derek standing here. I'm naturally curious as to what happened. But above all, I rejoice for a dear friend returned. What to say in such a moment? Best to speak from the heart, I suppose. I'm glad to be back. And we're glad to have you back. Glad hardly suffice to describe it. We're over the moon that you're still here, Derek. Or should we call you Ocean? I no longer have ocean powers. Derek will do. I was remade from the portion of my essence that wasn't returned to the star, and will live out my days as a man. May I ask what happened? No sooner had the 12 vanished than you reappeared before us. At the very last, I couldn't bear it. Couldn't bear to say farewell. Your earnest friendship had weighed down my steps. And the little fellow's fervent call halted them. I was overwhelmed by the keenest longing to remain among you and see more of the world I love. Upon seeing me torn, my brethren bade me follow my heart. I needed no further urging. We created the instrument of blessing in the faith that one day the star would no longer need our guiding hand. Thanks to you, that day has finally come. But I ramble. Uncharacteristic. Let us head back to the Amphalis, shall we? Well, we must return to Charlene. The Forum will be expecting a report. Yet if the entire truth were to be revealed to the public, it would shake the very foundation of the worship of the 12. It's probably best to keep it secret. In planning our report, we should do well to consult the Forum on what details are safe to disclose. Much pertaining to the field of mythology will need to be obfuscated, I fear. Worry not on my account. Inspired by our findings, I have a mind to examine the 12 in the context of reception theory. The people's perception of deities are wont to be informed by their culture. By comparing the differences across eras and regions, I believe we may uncover heretofore unseen aspects to the 12. Reception theory, you say? Most intriguing. I should like to see the fruits of your research when I visit Charlene. When you do, have care not to reveal who you used to be. Our scholars would be all over you, like starved beasts. I see. Perhaps I shall wait a while before I come calling. Before I came to you, I simply roamed the world. I had no objective, nothing I wished to find. With this second chance I have, I mean to undertake my travels with a renewed perspective. But ere I set out, I would move my brethren's hopes elsewhere, to a place in man's midst. Oh, what a wonderful idea. If you don't mind, we should like to accompany you. By all means, we make for the Sanctum of the 12 in the East Shroud. No matter how many times I visit the sanctum, His Majesty never fails to move me. And the rich history. Originally built during the dawn of the 5th Astral Era, it was reclaimed by the wood before being restored in the wake of the calamity. Truly, it stands as a testament to the influence that magical civilization and city-states have had upon the Eorzean culture. The sanctum harbors the hopes of man, and now those of my brethren shall join them. If you are not averse, I would speak a little of my brethren, that is, those individuals whose essence lent them form, as it pertains to another age. Some concepts may be foreign to you, but would you be interested nonetheless? Excellent. Viragot was a man with a gift for creating inanimate objects such as buildings and furnishings. With his abilities, he served a supervisory role at the Bureau of the Architect, where he was nothing short of a pillar. His chief was carefree to a fault, you see, and he took it upon himself to ensure the work was done. Ral was a brawny man whom Venat encountered on her travels. They quickly struck up a friendship, and he joined her on her quest to destroy an enormous meteor that was hurling towards the star. It is fair to say this event gave rise to the legend surrounding the destroyer. Azema was a woman who served as a judicial officer in the Bureau of the Administrator, an experience which served her well as the warden. She was an ardent proponent of the seat of Azem, and dreamed of training under Venat and her successor. Oh. Natal was a close personal friend of mine. A merchant by trade, he was outwardly gregarious, but also possessed a reserved side, and knew quite joy in his passion for ore. When man began treating him as dual-aspected god, it reminded me of the person he used to be, and I couldn't help but be struck with the pang of nostalgia. Nafisa was a landscape architect of great repute, who grew plants gathered from the star over. Despite being skilled in magic, she preferred to nurture plants as nature intended, and her garden ever bloomed with beautiful flowers. All who visited were said to leave with their souls salved. Aldec was a researcher who observed newly made creations in Alpes. Although it was his sister's urging that he first join our faction, he soon became a stalwart believer in the cause, and always took the initiative in discussions. Halon was a formidable warrior tasked with hunting creations that were deemed detrimental to the star. For her prowess, she has been regarded as the leading candidate for the seat of the Pastorat, preserver of the discipline and order. Menfina was the youngest among us, a student affiliated with the Words of La Habrea at the Academia Anidra. Even within that prestigious institution, she was considered a prodigy, and hers were the hands that created the magic to isolate and seal Zodiark. Taliak was the headmaster of the Academia Anidra, a man of learning and leadership both. He presided over the institution's myriad faculties. No known phenomena existed in which he wasn't versed. Words do not do justice to express the remarkable scholar that he was. Reminds me of the... what was his name? I forgot, man. Okay, never mind. Nymeria was an observer and helpless, like her older brother Altek. She possessed a caring and an inquisitive nature, and was liked and trusted by her peers. The Mlean was a researcher at Metabasis Thalasia, a facility for the observation and evaluation of sea life. So passionate was she about her work, she once threw a knife at someone who inadvertently came too close to her observation subject. She's a fan already. Ashan was a traveler whom Venat encountered in the wilderness. They shared a campfire and discussed at length what it meant to be free. Leaving my hopes as the wanderer in this place, I shall set forth anew as simply a man named Derek. And last but not least, the Watcher. He was the chief archivist at Anamnesis Anidra, and respected Venat deeply as an individual, even as he cared for her as a dear friend. Indeed, among our number, none was more devoted to Venat, and that devotion made him best suited to his duty and the solitude that accompanies it. That is all. There's a lot to remember, but I should be glad if they remain with you in some way. We're grateful that you should share with us these new aspects of idling and the 12th. Thank you. Well, this past time we headed back to Charlene. It wouldn't do to keep Orjika waiting. I assume you will be traveling via Limsa, in which case allow us to see off from there. Till now I have wandered alone, but as I recently learned, a journey is better shared. The whole questline took me like 2 hours to complete with the raid. Our friends are presently booking the passage. That's where you were. There's room aboard the next ship, so we'll be setting sail shortly. Oh, Derek, no sooner do we arrive in crowded place than you up and disappear. Ah, 'tis a force of habit in order to avoid people. But I needn't to do so anymore, do I? On the contrary, I should embrace the chance to connect with other souls. As your comrades, we completely agree. And remember, you're always welcome at the Baldacian Annex, so be sure to pay us a visit. You may depend on it. Thank you, Derek, for giving us your trust. And thank you as well, Majin. Had you not been with us, we would have struggled to grant the 12th their wish. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Well, we had best find our vessel. While the report remains to be compiled, I believe we can officially declare our investigation complete. Till next we meet, my friends. Yeah, probably like 5 patches for the next raid. Do you still have time, Majin? Ere I embark on my journey, there is a place nearby I would like to visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? Thank you. Come, we shall head outside the city via Tempest Gate. Tempest Gate. Okay, I probably will just fly from the dry docks. It's easier. Here the wind whips in front of the sea like a storm, but I always found the sensation quite invigorating. Lest you wonder, I intend to strike west, and thence make my way through upper and outer Laodicea. And in order to mark my new beginning as a man en route, I wish to see Ocean's Embrace with you. You need only accompany me across the bridge. From there I shall continue on my own. Across that bridge? Such a great wave that ripped the god's grip from the mainland. In the wake of the calamity, my brother and I were all occupied with our respective duties. This is my very first time seeing the bridge. Shall we then? RP walk. Actually, not, you know, this is one of the games where the walk speed is the same for the NPCs. It's quite surprising. Usually it's not the case. It is a fine bridge, boasting splendid views and brimming with life, the very image of man's determination to overcome adversity. I am honored that it should be named Ocean. Well, this is as far as I ask you to come. But if you are willing, might we converse a little more? It occurs to me I hadn't asked you about your opinion of the 12. How you personally perceive us, for instance. Or what you felt when you faced us. Your words from the heart I would take with me as a memento. Is that so? The others will be glad to hear that. Thank you for humoring me, and apologies for keeping you so long. I'm ready to set forth now, to witness a world filled with our blessing. To begin with, I shall tour Lenasea and visit those locales which are named after the 12, after which I shall go whenever the wind blows. Together with this fellow, of course, until such time as he tires of my company. This time I shall embrace the joy of meeting and accept the sorrow of parting. And when the time comes for me to return to the star, I shall share my experience with my brethren. Needless to say, your words will feature prominently in my recounting. You will continue your own journeys, will you not? Then I shall look for you. Out there. Farewell, you, my friend, and may the 12 bless you and keep you. Flashbangs? Myth of the Realm. The paintings of certain deities among the 12 are now available for purchase from Durmert in the Pillars. Those of the remaining deities are works in progress. Ah, I see. Okay. Great. I will continue with the patch tomorrow. Probably we'll start the main story. Go through that and all the trials. It's been a great epilogue in my opinion. to the questline. Very wholesome. I'll probably... yeah, I'm done. I'm done for today. It's pretty late. Gotta go.